farmers, and welcome back to Goldcrest Valley. Over here by the big grass field, Frank is ahead of us in the case tractor. He is spreading some lime. Waiting for him to turn around. We're going to let him spread some lime in this field. It's not too bad. It's just the okay value. But since we got the lime spreader, let's go ahead and put the lime on down and get the field where it needs to be. I'm waiting for him to get a little bit ahead of us because we're going to be in the T9 New Holland with the rented Avatar horse seed drill, planting canola in this field. So while Frank is getting ahead of us here a little bit by spreading down some lime, just to catch up what I've done here, just a little bit between episodes, I did finish off the upper field there. I missed, as a couple of people mentioned, I missed a little bit of part of the field, not getting the lime down, but that is done. I also spread lime in the big grass field. Let me get to the PDA map, be a little bit helpful. So field 25, I spread lime in this one. Yeah, this little section here in field 27, I didn't finish that off last time. Don't know why, probably got ahead of myself, and not thinking is usually the way it works. I also been over here to field 21, put lime down in that field. And when I was over there, I'm like, what am I going to put in this field? And canola was the choice, 110% crop rotation on canola. I could have put a corn down as well, but I didn't want to come way over here just to do corn. I'm going to be harvesting with the Kloss Tryon harvester anyways, so that'll be good. I was just checking on this grass field here. This grass field's good to go. Should be all set. Just got to let that grow, and of course, we'll be making hay with that for our cows. But this field here, we're taking it from grass over to, as I mentioned, canola. We're not going to be doing any grass silage this year. We're going to be doing corn silage, and we're going to be doing corn silage in field. What field number is that? 22 and 23, as we merge those together. This is going to be planted with corn next month, and we'll be using a forage harvester. Hopefully, we'll have our own by then. That'd be kind of cool. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and do some corn chaff there. Bring it all up to the BGA, because that's where it needs to go. I don't need silage for the cows. It's either going to be made into methane and brought to the power plant, but more than likely, the way it's looking like, it'll probably just sold directly. So that is the kind of plan. As for our clover and alfalfa fields, I don't think those are those ready for harvest? Let me just double check. No, they're still growing, so they'll be ready next month. I can do that if we have the means by then, using a forage harvester. I may actually lease one. How much is it to lease? I think I've looked at this before, but let me just go ahead and have a look here. Of course, we're going to look at the cheapest one. So, $380,000. That's not going to be cheap to lease. Wow, 20. Yeah, we're just going to say 20 grand because I also have to get the mower for it as well. Actually, no, I don't want to use that because I want to make hay. So I just want to cut it. Yeah, I just want to cut it. I don't want to... Yeah, we need to make hay out of that. So making chaff out of that's not a good idea either. Looks like Frank is ahead of us. Head far enough of us. So let's go ahead and fire up the T9 and unfold this wonderful seed drill. I need to get some soil sampling done also in that field. Yeah, while that's unfolding, what number is it? Field number 25? We gotta get soil sampling done on that and spread it with fertilizer because that soil is out of date. So we gotta get that up. I was gonna do it first, but the problem is I got 3 things leased, and that's our maximum that we can have leased. We got this drill that's leased. We got the lime spreader over there that's leased. And of course, we got the water tanker up at the sheep that is leased. So I already got my 3 items leased. So this should be the last field I need the Avatar for. So we'll get this done, and we'll return the drill. And that way I can, lease the soil sampler very quickly, get a couple samples in, and then we can spread some fertilizer down in that. So we can see here going from grass over to canola. We need a lot of fertilizer. A lot of fertilizer. Wow. It's basically almost down to 0. We got to get up to, oh well, it's changing as it goes, but yeah, we're gonna go through a lot of fertilizer. I may have to go back and refill, but if we do, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure I unload the drill before I return it. That way, it doesn't get all taken. I think I tried this before. When you return something, you don't get the money for what's inside of it. So I'll just have to keep that in mind. All right, spin around here. Now this is the drill I would love to see come up for sale. We do have the Coon drill. I think it's a 6 meter wide direct drill. This is a 12. This would be a lot better for us. Of course, double the width. And the amount of fields that we have, this would be perfect for us. But of course, getting the exact item that you want come up for sale sometimes doesn't always work. It has worked for me before in the past. But lately, I've been getting... was it on this map? I don't know what map it was on, but recently I had 2 of the big auger carts for sale. The big ones, that they hold like 200,000 liters. Remember those? Yeah, they were both for sale. It might have actually even been here. I would assume it's here because I'm not going to look for used items on Oceanside Forest. I guess it could have been American Falls I saw it on. But either way, sometimes you get the same item for sale at the same time in the store, which is kind of weird, but that's the way it happens sometimes. So it is going to be kind of nice this season not having to do all the grass work. In the beginning it wasn't bad because it was making us a lot of money. But now here on Goldcrest Valley, we got the money and we're just looking for things to finally come up for sale in the store. Other than that, we're just going to go ahead and lease. I don't see us buying any more land here. And I'm trying to figure out what to do next year on Goldcrest. I'm not too sure, when the end point's going to be. I've been trying to think about it. There wasn't an episode, if you're watching this when it goes live, there wasn't an episode on Saturday. I took a break from this because a lot of other games have come out, and 1, I didn't have time, and 2, I was trying to figure out the direction I want to go from here forward on Goldcrest. I really don't know. The power plant, that was supposed to add some interest to it, but really the power plant, as far as I can see, isn't really worth doing. At least on hard economy as I'm playing on it, it just doesn't seem like it's worth it at all. So, I mean, I spent a good amount of money in that, but, the money's already gone, it's there, so we'll just let it do its thing. That's fine. But as for growing the farm, like I said, I got enough land to keep us busy. So it's just a matter of maybe doing some forage harvesting, and then, we'll just kind of maybe slowly take it from there. So, definitely got to wait until after this season, and then we'll see if we want to continue or not. I'm not too sure. With the new map coming out within a couple of weeks, maybe originally I thought Oceanside Forest. I thought that was going to be a little bit easier of a challenge than it is, but I got to do a lot of clear cutting there. So maybe when the new map comes out in a couple of weeks, I'll take a break from Goldcrest Valley, or maybe we'll wrap up the series by then, which is in a couple of weeks, like I said. So that's like another 10 episodes or so. But we will see. Take it as it goes. Because, I mean, as tractors go here in Goldcrest Valley, we got more than what we need. I mean, we got 2 tractors that are way overpowered for what we're doing. We got this wonderful New Holland T9, and we got a 9RT John Deere just sitting back at the farm now. I probably should just sell that. I really can't see myself. I mean, it's either going to use this one or the other one. I can't see me using both at the same time and needing both at the same time. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Alright, so I'm not going through the seed as much, and the fertilizer, I've gone through about 25% of it. I might actually get the whole field done with the amount of fertilizer that I have, which would be kind of interesting. But even if Goldcrest Valley does come to an end, of course, we will still have Oceanside Forest, which this upcoming week, I may take a break from that. So, videos, I've been kind of regular with Oceanside Forest and Goldcrest, but I may take a break from making videos on Oceanside Forest, but that doesn't mean I won't be working on Oceanside Forest. In the episode tomorrow oh wait, no, for you that was yesterday. Never mind. In the episode that went out yesterday, we kind of reached the winter time. So I'm actually thinking about just spending a lot of time for the next week going on there when I have some spare time and cutting down a whole bunch of trees and just fast forwarding for you until the springtime. Because in the winter, I don't really have anything else to do other than cut some trees down. And we need to cut down a lot more trees. I won't say too much what happened in the episode in case you haven't seen it yet. So, but yeah, we've reached November anyways. I'll tell you that much. So, yeah, I may spend the rest of the time this week cutting down some trees. So I'll have to see how it goes on that. See how far I get. We just need a lot more land there. And of course, we still got American Falls, which unfortunately did not pass the last test phase that it was in. So Lancey boys got to work on that. And we're Well, I'm not really waiting for it to get updated, but it will require new save games, so it will be nice. The sooner the better, but then again, I want it to, of course, pass testing so it's functional, but I think it's functional the way it is. Giants is just, I think, maybe possibly giving Lancey Boy a little bit of a hard time on it. But that's beside the point. On that series, I'm not really waiting for it to be updated because I haven't gotten far enough yet in that to where it's going to cause a problem if a new save game comes out. I only got like a tractor and a fertilizer spreader and just a mobile home to live in. That's about it. But once that save game, or once the update comes out on American Falls, we can really get going on that series and maybe do 2 episodes a week on that one. Like I said, my schedule's been pretty much up in the air for the past couple weeks. So yeah, just be prepared. Maybe, I mean, there will be a farming simulator episode, at least one, Monday through Saturday. Sunday, no, there won't be one on Sunday. If you're interested in the other videos, I mean, ATS will still go out on Sunday, and of course we got now Alaskan Road Truckers, which I've done 2 episodes on that currently as I'm recording this. And I haven't got a feel for the game if I like it or not, but you guys seem to be enjoying it quite a bit. I mean, it's only 2 episodes in. I'm just not sure if I mean, it's interesting, but I just can't get a feel for it myself if I'm going to like it in the long run. But yeah, there'll be a couple of episodes going out this week as well. And of course, Construction Sim, I got to get back into that because people were asking what happened last week, even though I mentioned in the previous episode that there wouldn't be one last week because of Alaskan Road Truckers. And of course, SnowRunner had to be skipped this past week as well. Tribe Primitive Builder should be over. That episode should have gone out either yesterday or it's going to go out today. I've already got it done to record. It's already uploaded. I just got to figure out when to publish it is all. So that will kind of free up another spot, if I can say free up a spot. I mean, I've been putting out 2 to 3 episodes per day for the last couple weeks, and it's kind of, it's getting to me a little bit. It can wear you down. Who would have thought that playing video games could wear you down? But yes, it can. All right, but getting back to here in Goldcrest Valley, how's Frank doing over there? He's still got some lime in there, which is good. I'll have to see how the other fields are doing on limes. I mean, like I said, we got the lime spreader. Let's go ahead and put it to use while it's there, while we have it. So I got the cornfield. That may need to be done, which isn't quite a cornfield yet. I was like, Frank has been stopped there for a while, but now he's backing on up. And of course, now I'm not paying attention, so I'm missing a spot. And I will have to go back and get that because I'll just annoy the heck out of me. Well, at least now I know as I looked, it's going to at least cost us about 20 grand to lease a forage harvester when fall comes, if we don't own one by then, to do the corn shaft. But you know what? Money we're pretty set on. So I don't mind spending money that in real life would be foolishly probably to spend it on that. Although I would make off that field, I would think 100 grand. So to say, well, of course you would spend $20,000 to lease an item if you can make $100,000 off the field. It makes, sense to do that. But boy, it's still pricey, isn't it? Pricey. Alright, so let's hope that Frank has enough lime to get that job done over there. And let's go ahead and get this rest of this field drilled with some canola. I am down to 44% fertilizer, so I may have to go get a little bit more. Or you know what? I will, if I do run out, I think I'll just leave it run out. And I'll just keep on drilling canola because I do have the fertilizer spreader. I gotta go spread the other field so I can finish fertilizing this field as well. I don't want to put fertilizer in here and have to empty it and then have a pallet sticking around. We all know how I hate pallets just hanging around a farm. So let's get this field done. And I think Frank just finished spreading lime down, so I have free reign of the field now all to myself. has brought me joy to plant canola in this field, just to take some weight off my shoulders, knowing I don't have to take care of this grass field 3 times this summer. Although, every time I did take care of this grass field last year, 3 harvests, as we know, off this field would give us $100,000. So that's 300 grand. And I don't think I'll get 300 grand worth of canola off this field. That would be, like, amazing. Yeah, so I am going to run out of fertilizer. But, like I said, I'll come back down with the Massey Ferguson because I'll be fertilizing. Wait, can I not continue without fertilizer? I should be able to, right? Yeah, it just turns off on you to let you know that you did run out of fertilizer. And hopefully the strip is wide enough so that precision farming knows I can put fertilizer down here. Sounds kind of weird saying that, but that's the way it works. Grass be gone. And I will unload the seed drill. We'll keep the seed down here. I can always top off the next drill that we get. Or next time we use the coon over here. Actually, I don't see myself... I mean, I should probably sell the... No, because I did use it. I did use it at the main farm. I think we planted oats with it. Or at least Frank Jr. did. Someone did. Don't remember who. So, I mean, it's a good drill to keep around. No. I got to get this little piece over here. Almost forgot about it until I saw the white spot. There we go. And while that's folding on up, let's just see how we're doing here for yield-wise. Expected yield 141% out of 125. So, yeah, I still don't think I'm going to get $300,000 worth of canola off here, but the work will be a lot quicker, a lot easier. Kind of the easy peasy, nice and easy kind of work, you know? That's what I'm looking forward to around here in Goldcrest Valley. Spent the first 5 years here working like a dog, and now it's time to relish in, I wouldn't say the easier work and smaller profits, but that's the way it's headed. Let me go ahead and we'll just dump this anywhere. I had a hard time on Oceanside Forest the other day unloading. Okay, but I had no problem unloading here, so I'm not quite sure why I couldn't do it on Oceanside Forest. Let's go into leasing. Actually, before I do, let me just double check here to make sure that we're planted everywhere. So, grass field, so we're growing. This is going to be corn, so that's with the planter. Alfalfa, clover, this should be oats, and this should be last year's canola. So, yes, I can return the drill. We're all set. Cedars, and hopefully this comes up for sale. Return, yes, we are good. Alright, yeah, turn this off. We don't need that right now, but now we need to go into here. Miscellaneous, scroll on down, and we'll get ourselves a soil sampler. We'll get ourselves... this one here ought to do it. And just go ahead and lease it for under $1,000. Alright, so we already got the fertilizer spreader on the back of the Massey Ferguson. Let me raise up the front end loader. Let's go pick up the soil sampler. Only going to have this for a few minutes. I could just go around and like do all the fields and make sure they're up to date. But since it's only $1,000 to lease and I really don't feel like going around and doing soil sampling in all the fields, we're just going to do the one that needs it. Let's drive over the curb because in the beginning I said just for the beginning we'll do it, then we'll stop doing it. And I never stopped doing it, so we're just going to keep on doing it. Oh, nope. I think I got to connect on this side here. It's funny how the store spawns things. Sometimes it'll spawn it. Nope, need that. Sorry, need to be on this. Sometimes it'll spawn it to where you got to connect one way, and then the 3-point linkage will face the other way. It's like, make up your mind, man. Let's see, what implement am I on there? Is that the right implement I'm on? I have no idea. Let's get the map up. Alright, so we are on the correct one. And I think on this one here, yeah, I can do it on that mini map there. That's fine. Lower it down here. We'll spin around. I can almost get the whole field. Yeah, could almost gotten the whole field if I went with a larger one. But that's fine. We're fine. It's not going to be many samples anyways. And then we'll spread the fertilizer, but we got to wait for the results to come on in. The thing is with a circle, though, it seems like you are wasting some of the space that it can sample because you're duplicating it. But if you're trying to maximize what your circumference can reach, yeah, sometimes you're overlapping in some areas, but it's all good. It's not going to be that expensive to get these samples done. Well, that's right. We'll have to drop off the fertilizer spreader in order to send the samples in. Just because it has the same keybind to do so, and the game gets confused what I'm trying to ask it to do. Alright, take that sample, please. Let me go ahead and drop off that for a second. Let's get back on to that, and that should be send soil samples in for analysis. Yes. Okay, the samples are going in. While that's happening, let me go into the leasing department, and we'll return. Again, I should double check on this. Let's go ahead and do. Yeah, we're waiting for the samples on that. There we go. We got them on in. And if we were out of date, where's the one that says out of date? Oh, that's where I need to be. Yeah, we are fine. Yeah, we are fine. Let's go ahead and return that already. Whoops. And now let's reattach to the fertilizer spreader. I'll leave the mini map up so you can kind of see. Wow, that's a weird color chart right there. Very weird. Let's go ahead and get the fertilizer down. And if I do this correctly, which I probably won't, I can get it done in 3 passes. But now we should get a more even color across the map. It's going to be different where the soil types are different. I was thinking about re-drilling this field because I forgot to plow it. But I was trying to figure out... what do I lose? Like 15% for the field not being plowed? I was trying to figure out, would it be worth it? We have wheat in this field. So, I mean, I would have the cost of the seed already put in. I would have to lease the plow, and then I would have to re-drill it. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, is the 15% loss worth it to do all that? And I figured with wheat, probably not. If at most, I'll break even. So, yeah, we'll just go forego it this season. I will have to plow the cornfield next season, and then I can do this one as well. So I just figured we'll go ahead and do it that way. I don't think I'm maximizing my working width here. This is where some people say GPS will come in handy because you get it just right. Which is true, but I've grown away from GPS and all that kind of stuff working in a field. I'm fine for using like course play for the workers and such. I loved GPS when it came out back in FS17. I think is when it first came out. Loved it. Used it a little bit in 19. Really haven't used it at all in 22, I don't think. I think I did when it first came out in 22 to kind of show it off. But really I've not used it at all, don't think. Getting rid of all the reds, but if you never used precision farming before, you can't really go by the color of what the field is showing you. So like if... Oh, I'm out of fertilizer. Was not expecting that. But yeah, something like soybeans, it's going to show you the nitrogen level of the field. Soybeans don't require, in precision farming, fertilizer at all. So if you were looking at a field and looking at the nitrogen level, the field's going to be like completely ready. You're thinking, I need fertilizer in that field. When you don't, because it is for soybean. Let's go ahead and open this on up here. Thankfully, the store finally put in where I can just buy it in bulk. And I prefer Omatana's Seed Hut, or whatever she calls it, because we don't get that much of a discount. Other huts, we get a pretty good discount, which is fine, but the discounts for me were just a little bit too much. I think we get a slight discount, maybe 10% discount from that, or it might be no discount at all. And it's fine if you use one that gets a major discount, because we all play the game to have fun. We all play the game that we want to play it. I am missing a little bit of spots here and there, but if you look at the map is saying it's happy. Alright, we got that taken care of. Now let's go down to our canola field, where I ran out of fertilizer. Make sure we finish that off. Actually, I kind of forgot. What did I plant here? Okay. And the rotation is so-so. Yeah, the so-so. Meaning, it's alright. For barley, anyways. For a second there, my first thought was, I put sunflower in that field. But that was last season. So as for drilling this this month, we are done. We just gotta wait for next month for us to grab our planter and put corn in. Actually, let me go ahead and reduce the working width there. I was ready to say the map doesn't really say I need it up there, but good. At least it's registering here that it needs it. And of course, we'll be taking care of weeds in the month of April as well. So we got corn to drill next month, weeds to take care of. Actually, I can put the front end loader down. And we are all set. And we might actually have the alfalfa and clover to do. Let's see, how much lime do we got left? Not a whole lot. Let me get the precision farming map back up. Let's see, that's nitrogen. Yeah, so it all looks good there. So yeah, look at the grass field for nitrogen. It kind of the numbers look bad, but that's correct for grass. So let's just ignore that. Let's see, yield, no, pH value. Actually, that field is looking pretty darn good. The blue markers is something we don't normally see, but yeah, that's a long story. So I think I'm actually done spreading lime as well. I mean, it may be just a little bit off, but I don't think it's that bad. But maybe... let's have it drive over. We'll see exactly. I mean, if it says okay or worse, then maybe I should do it. And once again, we're going to drive over a curb. Should have the blinkers on as well. And yeah, who would have known that a small car like that can push around a farm tractor and a spreader as much as it does? I'm pretty sure that accident was my fault. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. Yeah, it just says okay, so I should put some lime down in this field. So, I mean, I do need to go back to the store to get some, but since I'm already down here, I might as well go ahead and put some lime in. Actually, you know what? I'll probably start with a smaller edge of the field, because what I might do, I might hire Frank and Company to do the bigger part of the field, and it'll probably just be easier if I go ahead and get the smaller part done. And that way, this should be good for a couple of years. It doesn't cost that much to buy lime and spread it. And we did pay, I think, about almost $5,000 in leasing fees for the first hour to use this spreader, so might as well go ahead and put it to use. And if I don't cover every square inch of the field, I'm not going to be too concerned about it. I'll do my best to get most of it. Yeah, so I wonder how much corn chaff we're going to get off this field. Let me just leave enough room over there so, you know, I could probably actually get this done in a pass. I would like to see about 1 million liters of corn chaff off this field. But I think that's going to be a little bit too much. I'm trying to remember the size of the field that we had in No Man's Land, and we were getting like 750,000. And I really don't think this field is anywhere near... Actually, it actually might be that this field might be a little bit bigger. It's been a while since I've done No Man's Land, so I don't really remember how big that field was. Alright, let's head up to the store and we'll top this off, and I'll get Frank to go ahead and probably to finish off that field. And while he's doing that, we'll have a look around the farm and just make sure we're set for the rest of the year. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything, like soil sampling, or didn't completely lime a field as I did last time. You guys will probably tell me as well if I missed anything, which I'm sure I have. All the fields over here should be done. I don't think I'm going to need a full... I'm going to just fill up anyways. Lime is cheap. I just hate to have a whole bunch of lime containers lying around at the end, but I'm pretty sure I'll use at least half of it. And if I do have some extra left over, maybe I'll go around and I could probably put it down in the oat field. That may need some. So I'll try to use up as much as I can. But we'll let Frank go ahead and do this field in between episodes. And like I said, I'll have a look around and see what else we need to be doing. And then we can move right on to the month of April. And kind of fingers crossed. I mean, I'm kind of looking for... I don't want to say any type of mower now. We really don't need one that does the swathing, because the only grass we're cutting is we're making hay out of it. Of course, a forage harvester would be very nice to have, but if we got at least one when fall rolls around, that's not that big of a deal. But we'll see what comes up. That's all we can do. But anyways, that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Goldcrest Valley. But until then, have a good one.